Dude, you suck at this game.
Whatever, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Friday Finds. I am your host, Sweet Victory, and today we're going to be playing Pillars of Eternity. Now, this is a bit of a later edition of it. It's coming out on Monday instead of, Friday when it's supposed to come out. I meant to get it out earlier, but, shit happens. So it's going to come out today, or on Monday instead. Plus, it's the day before it actually comes out, the expansion, which I want, but probably won't be able to get for a while. This is one of the two games that I talked about in my vlog that I'm going to play. The other is very similar, but it's a little bit different, I think. This one's more traditional D&D, which is something I've never really had a lot of experience with, but I'm definitely willing to give it a try. So this is going to be kind of rough. I warn you ahead of time. But I played a little bit of it, and I want to say I'm getting it, but I'm really not. So if things start getting frustratingly slow, or if I just really bad and whatever, I apologize. Without further ado, let's get this game started. Now, there are several different modes here. There's your Iron Man challenge, right? Which you only get one save file, and this one just removes all your help tooltips or whatever. And then you have these three difficulties, which I'm going to be sticking to easy. Normal is normal, obviously, but I'm not very good at real-time party-based RPGs just yet. Well, I did play Dragon Age, but I don't think it's the same. And then we have Hard, which is not, and Path of Dam, which I don't even. So let's accept it. We're going to start a new game. It's new. You'll notice two very quick, noticeable things. And that is, the game is very pretty, and as you will find out, the voices are very well narrated. The story is definitely a very interesting one. Items like grappling hooks and hammer and chisel sets are always consumed when they are used to special interactions.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort,
right?
Shining no light, betraying no hint of
the story is very well written.
The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale.
But I guess that's sort of
where
a telltale sign in a D&D game.
Wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf.
No, I got
dysentery.
dysentery.
Up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Damn. I really wanted to make it to the next 7-Eleven, but that's fine. Alright, here's our character creation. Now, we obviously got stuck, so now we're going to have to find our way out of here. Now, this is extremely in-depth. I like this, I gotta say. There's not a lot of character creation options, really. What I mean is, there's not a lot of, individualistic characteristics you can change about the appearance, but everything else is pretty in-depth. We're gonna go with female. We have, 6 races here. Here's human. Here's avatar character. If you turn them blue, they look avatarish. I'm guessing this is I want to say the variation of barbarian race. You have your little dwarfs there. Oh, they're just adorable. An elf. And Orlan, which is a little tree people, which look like little tree people. And godlike, which are really weird looking. I would say elementals. I would put them as elementals. Now, each of these have their own pros and cons. Some have more might than others. Some have more constitution. Orlans have better perception. The character I made before this was Orlan, and they were awesome. So, but we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try a godlike. And we're going to make, let's see here, we get to change what kind of godlike she is. There's all these races have sub races, which is kind of awesome. Now, I think each of the sub races has a special ability, but they're very minuscule. They're very minor. So we have a death godlike, a fire godlike. When reduced below 50%, fire godlike is like a metal forge. Gaining damage reduction during the small... So, like, depending on what kind of character you're making will sort of dictate on what kind of subrace you want. So, moon godlikes look very shiny. I like that. Silver tide, every encounter reduced... every encounter when reduced below 75, 50, and 25 endurance, which is like a sub-health meter, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. That's kind of cool. I think I'm going to go like the least exciting route. Okay. Can we go? Oh, okay. Body type. Oh, that's cool. So it could be a different... Can I be a little Orlan? No, it's me. Adorable. I'm adorable. Definitely like it. Okay, we're going to go with that. And we're going to make... Let's see here. Priest is an option. Generates a modest amount of endurance for allowance within a piece. Each vast cotton area of burn damage may be frightened. Okay. That's kind of cool. I probably should have looked at the bonuses for a minute, but whatever. Fuck it. We're going to go with Priest. There's so many cool little classes there. Of course, you got your damage class. Chanters are basically your bards. Ciphers, I want to say, are your, like, spell swords? I believe they deal in, like, anti-magic, from what I could figure out. I might be getting that wrong. Druids are what you'd think they would be. Monks also, hand-to-hand combat, what you'd think they would be. Fighters are the sword and shield version of Barbarian that basically just has better defense. Paladin is your holy version of said fighter. And I got a bonus round. And then Priest, I guess, is the healer. Ranger is your ranged. Rogue is your close combat damage dealing. I mean, most of these are pretty self-explanatory. We're going to go with Priest. And now we have to pick our deity, which will dictate what kind of priest we'll be. There's a lot of... So, like, Bareth is I think it's the god of, death. Life and death. This guy, I think, does war. And he is... I don't really know. But each of these have favored dispositions. Is that what it is? Disfavored. Okay, yeah. So it'll affect kind of, like, what kind of... disposition you take. Okay, there you go. We're going to go with... Magairn? Ethos. I don't know. I'm not too up on the beat of this stuff, so we're gonna go with this guy. No. We're gonna go with Bareth. Seems like a good one. Alright, and here we get to allocate our we already come with a bunch of cool freaking abilities, which they didn't tell us, strangely enough. Whatever, that dictates what kind of abilities we have. And then we have your stats, which they'll put a little star next to whichever one you probably should put the most in, that makes sense. And then these are probably the ones you would put some amount in. Perception and Constitution, these you probably need to put the least in. So, taking a look at all our bonus stats that are added in here, we can figure out what next we need to do. We want to be a very smart priest, but also a very strong priest. Very strong resolve, strongish resolve. And we're going to put the most into intellect. Feeling good about it. Okay. Then we got to pick our culture. Now this, I believe, will affect like one of your stat points as well. This kind of tells you where you come from, and there's all kinds of interesting backgrounds and stuff. I'm not going to go through them all because that'll take like 20 minutes. So we're not going to do that. But there's all different kinds. This is the one I went with, my practice one, which was a little Orlan that I named Rakanishu. If you know who that is, I applaud you, because that's totes. It's totes what I meant for. He even looked like him, sort of, but not really. Okay, then we get to pick a background. So this kind of like, this will affect dialogue choices, and it also gives you some bonus to like substats. Like survival will affect how well you use your potion and food. Lore will give you the ability to use scrolls. Mechanics allows you to mess with traps and set traps and stuff like that. Stealth is what you might think. Athletics will help you. It helps you not be as winded in battle. So, I think we're gonna go with. We need lore. Lore mechanics would be good. We're gonna be a merchant. Yeah, we'll go with merchant. Merchant. And we're gonna be like red and white. There we go. We also have a choice of different heads. Look at that! I got little horns. Oh wow! So a lot of this is still pretty new to me. So if I seem like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. Do I want to be cancer face or do I want to be duck face? That's bird face. Really, the choice of portraits isn't that big, really. In fact, they're kind of all mixed together, and if you want, you could have a male portrait, which is fine. I guess. Sure. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. That's fine. Because I could be. Just keep an open mind. Who knows? Okay. And then we have our voices, which you can.
Well,
you can have a male voice.
Watch
if you
and
want.
learn.
Why not?
Let's
We're gonna
go.
be benevolent.
I'm here.
She's here. All right, we're gonna do it. We're done. We're gonna give her the name. Let's see. What should we name her? We should name her. Oh, I know. I think Frank Zappa would be very proud of me. If you know who that is, I'm sorry. Moon Unit! Yay! Moon Unit. Let's do it, Moon Unit! Finally, we're in the game, and it's so pretty. So pretty! So pretty. Now, whilst the story gets under wraps, I'm going to check my bonus round. Would you guys like me to read it? The Caravan Master is finishing... I cannot read very well and talk at the same time. My eyes just can't keep up with my mouth, or vice versa. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group. His bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis. Okay, here's the bonus round. Do you want me to pick up a side and some garlic bread? Or did you get some? That is the bonus round, everybody. Thank everybody for watching. It was a good one. Alright, let's see
everybody
here.
stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
No kidding. He nods toward the looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. But see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
So Odemo looks over at his soldier and assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfle, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. By the way, if I mispronounce these things, be prepared for that. He nods in my direction. Sparfle nods and slides his worn bow over his soldiers. And here I can ask him a bunch of questions. What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
He adds with a wink. Is it
Not if
dangerous
you
out
hurry
here?
about your business,
Yeah, that's
and not
true.
if the weather holds up.
There is a concern in his tone. He does not elaborate, but he does not elaborate. Well, let's see. What kind of weather do they get
This
around
time
here?
of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick. Born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Fair enough. Well, you can continue to talk to them, but I'm gonna go find those
Hold
berries.
on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans out the travelers, resting his eyes on at a length of sturdy, armored-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without a blanket or pillow.
Kalisha.
The
Kalisha!
woman looks up at her own time. She does not. She needs to find some spring berries. Wash that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Okay, for some reason it cut him off. For some reason, that's fine. Odima's small grin recedes beneath his mustache, and he is stern once more. Off with you, Herodin. Off with you, Herodin. Should supplies. See that you are equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. If we so much as tickle the wind, you drop everything and run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Baywick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned. That's what he said.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Alright, cool. Let's do it. And here we are. We're in the
Anyone
land
need
of Pillars of
supplies?
Eternity. Now you can zoom
I've
in
got
and out.
sundries for sale.
You can just check out the area, which I guess is typical of a D&D game, which is cool. But it's so pretty. I'm surprised. You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head, laughs when he notices you that said that. He scratches one cheek with his knuckle. It's covered with an uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Yeah, sure, what do you got? Alright, so he's got like basic stuff. As far as I know, it's not any better than what you have, because I'm using a mace right now. And nothing else, right? Am I wearing... Let's see here. I don't even know what is happening. Retain... I don't know what... Oh, retrain character. We don't care about that. I can't see what's on my inventory. But you can click over it and see if you have a duplicate, which I don't. I think I have a one-handed mace, if I remember correctly. Shows you how much I pay attention. Now, you can actually buy a flail here. Should be kind of cool. I got a Morning Star. Okay, so it's a two-handed Morning Star. We're gonna stick with that, I guess. You'd also enchant and stuff later, which is kind of exciting. But as far as all this is concerned, I don't think there's a lot of stuff that I need. Not that I know of, anyway. Let's see. Let's check out this hide armor. I'm wearing mail armor, which is medium armor. I didn't even know a priest could wear medium armor, but that shows you what I know. That's heavy armor. Let's see. Is this medium armor? Compare that. Oh, yeah. The one I'm wearing is tons better. There's not a lot I need. So we're going to buy one potion of... I can't afford it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Can't afford it. I really can't afford much. And I guess it's just in case you don't want to use the weapon you're given. So... with that, we can head out. So here it is, the wonderful wilderness. I'm going to disable the tutorial messages for now. Because I'm going to try to explain everything as go along. And probably poorly, I might add. We can try to talk to this guy.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Yeah, sure it isn't. Alright, go up here. And if you want, and this is something I always liked, you can just go exploring, man. You can go see if you can find stuff. Grab some stuff. The path winds through a narrow canyon. I'm
You
trying
shouldn't
to read
stray
that.
too far.
Back to where you came grows back in the road. Fucking damn it! Something murk. The passage to hundreds of caverns. It's a passage
Let's
to
check
hundreds
by
of
those
caverns.
outcroppings.
Oh shit! It's a young wolf! Now, up there, they'll tell you there's sort of defenses up there, which they go over like will and endurance and stuff like that. And then there's damage reductions, which we'll put on there. Right now it's a question mark because we haven't fought it yet. But as you go on, you'll sort of learn. See, now you know kind of what kind of damage reduction he has and stuff like that. And there you go. I don't know a lot about how it works. You can see the little bar under there that kind of gets some hide. it kind of it goes up and down. That's your time. It's active time battle,
This is it.
basically. So. Demas said there's something about you being in a business for yourself. Now, since I'm if I'm a merchant, I can go ahead and tell him what kind of merchant I was. Since that's merchant. Haha! I piloted cargo ships, I ran a shop, it's not your business. I used to transport things people wanted, kept secret, goods, people. I obviously didn't do that. I'm a good person. Just trying to make an honest living. You know, I won't go out of my way to, like, do extremely good deeds, but, you know, if it happens upon it, I'll do it. But, so I just ran a shop. Yeah? How is it you happened to come here? My shop was attacked by bandits, and they took everything I worked for. Wasn't much point in staying. I was bad at business. I ran to the ground, and the men who funded it had seen that I won't get another chance. The competition hired men to destroy my shop, or that isn't your business. Now, I'm not very good at shop selling stuff, so let's just admit to being kind of a bad business guy. Hazard lifestyle, I suppose. You have to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. So true. Khaleesi breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric, am I saying that? Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle, like the rest of us, like the rest of the lot. It's a hard offer to pass. Now I'm just passing through. I'm gonna settle. You won't find many offers like that in these parts. Believe me. Got some big plans in store. I think I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna lay low here for a while, try not to draw too much attention to myself. I'm gonna settle here and start a new life. Get filthy rich. I have no idea. I want to get filthy rich. I'm a fucking greedy bastard. Woman of my own heart. May your luck be better than mine. I hope so. Yeah, no kidding. Anyways, I'm wasting time here. Adema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. I mean, go ahead and ask her about her, but in the interest of time, we won't do that. So we're just say, all right, let's go back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath if Sparful is getting water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like. We should check on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's go get your water. Let's go find Sparful. Son of a bitch, she's so lazy. But if we want to, we can go around and explore. This is something I would advise you to do with caution. I did this on my last character, and it did end up biting me in the butt. So, that's kind of awesome at the same time, but I'm playing it on easy, so it's not that painful. He's gone! Great. Okay, fine. Well, we kind of knew that was going to happen. That sumbitch is probably off doing God knows what. I'll also explain something else next time we get into battle, because I completely forgot to mention it. Sort of how the health system works. Because, like, right down here, your portraits, and
At least you left the water skins. Come on.
Your portrait will kind of, like, have something, like, red come down and cover it. Once it reaches 0, like, these numbers are your endurance, and your health dictates how much health you have left before you kind of get died or get died, you know? Get dead or injured. So you want, if the endurance goes down, don't worry. You'll get knocked out, but you'll wake up fine. But you'll lose a little bit of health every time. That's kind of neat. I like that. You crouch at the riverbank and you dip your water skin into the cool water while Khaleesi waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look sharply toward the tree line. You got an item quest. Full water skin out your stash. Out of the trees emerged Sparkle. One of the guys barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait. Gait? Ow! His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with a labored breath.
Sparful, are you alright?
Sparful toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Oh shit.
Ambush!
It's okay, because Moon Unit is fucking ready. So here we are in a battle between two bandits. They're called, I think they're Galarfalarkles. What are they? Garfunkles? That's what I'm calling them. What we can do is we can have two of them attack one, or one of them attack each. I'm just going to have them both attack. If you want just an individual person to attack, you can click that person and have them attack. They also have several abilities you can use, which I advise. You also have a weapon set that each character has as well, which is kind of nice. I have fucking priest spells, which I haven't really messed with, but definitely want to mess with later. For now, we should keep it pretty simple. If you guys want to see more, I will go into in-depth as to what each of these things do in later parts if we decide to continue it. But let's go ahead and just have them attack for now. Keep it simple and go.
What you need?
Oh, no.
What you...
Whatever. Let's see if he can kill the... bow guy. Come on, Moon Unit, you can do it! Now she's a lot more powerful than my last character was. Rakanishu got destroyed very quickly. But I'm also not hitting anything. He's barely injured. Come on, there you go. Now you injured him. How's he doing? If you hover him over, it'll kind of give you a status of how they're doing as well. He's badly injured. He's near death. Come on, Moon Unit! Yes, punish him! Finish him. Select all and click. It's RTS strategy, but your D&D stuff. I love that. Yeah, fucking Moon Unit. Okay, and after you kill shit, they glow and you can see what they have. This guy's a bow and some stuff, which I think is important because I'm pretty sure you'll have to go back and sell it. And this guy had a little bit of gold, which I don't mind taking. I bet you I have some pretty cool priest spells too, but someday I will get to use them if we continue this. What the fuck happened over here? Shit. Oh, game paused. This is something, we got a bow guy, but you know, he's kind of got the advantage on us, so we're going to go ahead and get him knocked down to our level. Oh, I missed. And it kind of has your status down here, and I think it's sort of tradition for a lot of D&D games, is they just put 3 at a time? I just thought that was really weird. And then you also have dialogue. He did. I watched an LPer to play Icewind Dale, which kind of got me in the mood to do this, and I gotta say, I'm not regretting it. This game's a lot of fun so far. All around you lie massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts. Splayed, they're bug-eyed and filthy. And I hope I read that right. Kalista puts the back of her hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, trending on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from their bodies like half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with his thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man recognizes Hirudin, the last of the caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Now, there's some options here. We could actually use our lore and say the ruin has not been sullied by our hands, but by you fuckers. And we have not trespassed. We're only passing through. I do not know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. We could just take that and do it. Murderers, then we should get aggressive. Or you can kill us either way. Why make it easy? Or why did you do this? We're gonna go with what's the point if you're just gonna kill us anyways? The man gives a slight sideways nod to his head, perhaps acknowledging the astuteness of your response. Many things may happen. The only one you can be sure of is that you hold your weapon. I will drain his blood upon the ground. Oh, that's nice. So I say again, lay down your arms. And then we have some options here using our stats, which is kind of cool. We have might. A fool attacks a weakened, and the strong one yet lives. You can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. Rush the man before he can react, which I don't think I have a big enough athletic skill for that. Judging from the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're a worshipper of Galwin. If Galwin taught you to stop protecting ruins, wouldn't you? I could use my... I think that has to do with my being a priest. Put down your weapons, just surrender. But we're gonna use intellect. The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hirudin winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head intrigued. Of course, but he would. It is by the command of all the gods to accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people, I see. And what of Galwin's edict, and the weakness of the age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galwin would want some moldy, crumbling stones survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flared and he fumes. He would not... He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted by the man's grip and falters the axe handle, he nearly fumbles it, affording Heoden in the moment the knees to dodge out of the swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Outwitted him! Outwitted him, little bitch! Little bitch! So now we have control of this dude, who is not doing well. He's just gonna run off, and I'm gonna have him charge this dude. Now, as though he is like some sort of...
I'd be glad to.
Good job, guys. He's supposed to be some, like really powerful leader. He's actually kind of a joke, in my opinion. At least last time I dealt with him. Oh yeah, get him back, Heoden. Don't be taking guff from this dude. Yeah. And one of my characters is going to hit him with your mace. Yeah, whack him. Alright, he's dead.
Stand together.
There we go. Sweet, we killed him.
I'm here.
We did it. It's hard to tell who you have selected. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent from among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps as he looks at you. As he looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choking sighs, a whisper of wind stirs in the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back into his... and rolls back and he closes them. Good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I'm ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattle in tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, feel through is rendering you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across the chest and bow, Odima's body stirs, and with great efforts raising his sagging head, his eyes barely open, he directs at you.
Get inside! Run!
Directly at you. Get inside, bitch! The crazy shit's about to come down! Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of a weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who has been feigning death lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes against the fatigued assailant, but it struggles to break hold. They are close. Despite the wind from your position, if you throw your weapon at the attacker, you have a good chance of hitting the mark. I have a chance of throwing shit at him, which is pretty cool. We can throw a weapon, or we can let him try to free himself. We're just going to throw a weapon, because it sucks anyways. Your aim is true. And actually, I shouldn't have done that because I don't have another weapon. It's fine. And the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching his feet, Heoden clambers to the base of the rock. As he nears, however, the winds flare, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Oh shit. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing in his other hand, you pull with waning strength. You feel as though your arms are about to be jerked out of their sockets. They hold in just long enough for Heoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance swelling in the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity over your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the hold stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances, and you dart beneath the old archway. The entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. There you go, guys. That's me reading. Holy shit. Am I good at it or what? Yeah, not really.
Was that?
Was that? Yes. What was it?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Now, my mouse is kind
I'm
of
here.
fucked up, so if I like accidentally, there's a chasm here. A low level of ruins has been blocked by a wave of fallen rubble. My mouse is kind of screwed up, so if it double clicks through dialogue, that's because, you know, that's just what happens. My mouse
That
is
should
old.
be far enough. But what now?
Storm has to die sometime.
Look for another way out. Okay, let's see here. What happened out there? Who attacked us? What about everyone else in the caravan? You seem not upset about this at all. Let's get going. Let's see. Lisa's lips pressed together and her chin's rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them. Now, she looks up. God grant them better luck in their next lives. Jesus sucks. What happened out there? Kalisa shakes her head. Windstorm of the kind they only get in Air Glanfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfoth word for Beowig to them is the gods' the way of reaping the souls of the land that they couldn't find their own way out. But they took the living soul as soon as a dead one. You still got yours, do you? Alright, let's get going. So many dialogue options. I love it. Alright, let's go this way. Let's see. There's plenty to explore as we go through the
We should
cabins.
move.
Someone else has been here. Ooh, there's a camp. Now, I don't think these are randomly generated, although I did have another dialogue option with, I had a choice I had to make with the last character that I didn't have with this one. Torch, it's always good, and a small shield, which we don't need. And we have a couple camping supplies, which are pretty important. Camping supplies allows you to restore your health. Nothing else really will. But you can only... I think you can only carry 3, so you have to plan accordingly. Okay? We also have a mace, which is a one-handed mace, and we have some hammer and chisel, which is important to have. That was what was in the crate. And there seemed to be nothing else of interest. Somebody was here before us. That makes sense. It's a big place. It's a lonely place. So we're going to play for a few more minutes here. We're going to explore the caverns. I just wanted to do a quick ditty on this. And can I give my impressions of it here in a few minutes? Oh, what's this? A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through the scaly flesh. But you recognize it as a Zarup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in its ragged sighs. It's okay, it won't hurt you. The Zarup recoils, fingers still wrapped tight around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes defensive position. Slowly back away. Zarup watches you as you rarely walk away. We're gonna let him alone. He's not hurting anybody. We're just gonna leave him alone. Oh, this is great.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols?
Who knows? Who knows? Let's go take this door. Now, I'm sure there's a way. There's
Just
a
like the
puzzle to this,
tiles.
I'm sure. Let's see here. A swirling symbol is describing the pillar. An unlit brazier is still on blaze. It could be lit, if you have the means. I'm not a fire god like. I can touch the torch with a brazier. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding up there upwards. Let's go ahead and light on it. We're gonna see if this does anything entertaining. It is pretty dark in here, so I think we need to light it. Obviously. Oh, cool. It's nice and bright in here now. Oh, it's almost homely. Make our way up here. Oh shit, we got a lesser black ooze. Now, these things that I've had the unfortunateness to fight last time. And their ranged attack actually hits pretty goddamn hard, as you can see. Jeez. Let's see what he dropped. I think he drops like some ooze. Now this is kind of an example of a puzzle room. Well, obviously the flames back there were kind of an example too. But as you can see,
What's that
there's
muck on the wall?
stuff you can look at and stuff. Let's see here. Viscous and oily. This muck clings to anything it touches. Now here we have this thing. slick of something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. The shapes and bulges and oozes suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. We're going to use the water skin to clean it off. You rinse all ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surroundings chipped away in place, but the detail in his head, from the tight curls of his hair, the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem filled other. Fills the other. Interesting. Wonder what that could be. We might have to come back there later. What's cool though is you can like go all the way the fuck down here and be like, I'm gonna click on this now. Now, by doing this, we unlocked we made this safe to traverse. What you can also do is use the sneak ability and detect traps, and then take care of said traps. Oops. Or you can just run into it like an idiot. Whatever. Anyways, so you get the point. You get the idea. As I took damage. Let's see what this says. This guy has a crossbow. Ooh! Well, isn't that a gem? Interesting. I wonder what that could be used for. There's also a tattered journal. Tattered journal. If we look at our inventory, it will tell us a story of how some dude came across this particular gem, which I think is kind of interesting. Alright. With that in mind, let's go ahead and replace the gem and see what happens, shall we? I think that's a good idea. You guys are lagging behind. Oh, because they're sneaky. You gotta unsneaky them, otherwise they won't move as fast. Come on, guys, hurry it up. Dalen's getting
How can I help?
bored. Boring him out. Alright, here we are. Oh, look at that. We can place the gem in the socket. Alright. The chamber begins to rumble. Stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. I can't read very well. I can read, but not very well. I can read to myself easily, but talking and playing video games, I'm a multitasking reader. I'm not. For some reason, like, this always just does devastating damage to that chick. I don't really know why. But no one else seems to do nothing to her. Just clobbers her, though. Cool. It's dead. Now, on close inspection, it doesn't look like there's much there. But, if you look closer, there's a little item. Inside there's an amethyst, an adria, and my cloak of protection, sparkle, which we can equip by going to the character screen. No, by the inventory screen. Let's see here. I think he's the one that got it. Let's go ahead and give it to him for shits and giggles. There we go. Now he's looking pretty badass. Now every armor seems to show up too, which I like. I like a lot. So yeah, there you go. I think that's enough of that. I've explained a lot of it. Some of these buttons just change formation, set camp, cancel, stronghold. I don't really know what that does yet. I probably will find out more if I decide to continue playing this. If you guys want to see more of it, definitely let me know. My impressions of this being my first D&D game, I like it. The story is very well told, and it seems very interesting. And the characters are all pretty cool as well. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I'm definitely going to continue playing it if you guys decide you don't want to see it. Regardless, I'll probably end up playing it. If you guys want to see more of it, though, like with most Friday finds, even though today's Monday, kind of, just let me know in the comment section what you want to see, or if you want to see this, or whatever. I thought I'd just try something a little bit different this time. I know I was going to do a preview play with this, like I did with the XCOM games, but I decided not to, because, really, there's not a lot of... There's some setup to this game, obviously, being a D&D game, but it's not nearly as in-depth as the XCOM games were, and you just couldn't see enough of the game in one part. So it's like, I know I had to do multiple parts of that. I just had to. Anyway, that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video that I managed to post. Could be this one, could be something else. Regardless, I'll see you all next time.